don't know about you, but I thought that Crawford-Spence fight was taking place next month. I mean, that came out of nowhere like a surprise to everybody trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, they finally was able to get a contract together for these two Titans to go up against one another and box to see who's going to be the undisputed champion. Well, you know what? We talking about champions, right? Let's talk about the championship that happened last season between Jackson State and Southern University. Yeah, Jackson State got out on them quick. But then everybody kept asking why Coach Dooley wasn't making the type of moves that they needed to make in this game for this game to be a lot more closer than what it was. Well, guess what? Coach Dooley said, I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell you. And I think this latest move that the Southern Jaguars are ready to make is about to shock everybody. And it just might pay some huge dividends come this upcoming season. We're going to talk about it right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos, and tap in and free to tell them to come on in. It's not a positive vibe. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing. Because they're like, Coach, wait a minute. You talk about boxing matches. Wait a minute. This normally football, brother. What you on over there? Look, guys, hold on. Relax. Y'all know daggone well when certain teams play one another within the SWAC, those are games that everybody is paying close attention to what's going on. And that Jackson State versus Southern University game last year, that SWAC Championship, everybody was glued to the TV because they wanted to know exactly, could Jackson State come out there and do the same thing to Southern that they did early on in the season, in which they beat them 35-0. Well, we saw that there wasn't many changes that was made, and plus there was inclement weather. A lot of folks said that the weather was the issue as well, why Southern didn't do as well as they needed to. But here we are going into a new season. Deion Sanders is no longer here. Coach Dooley is still here. You got head coach T.C. Taylor over there running the show. And everybody like, yo, it's opportunity for us to go ahead and put our best foot forward to get the SWAC back under control, get that stranglehold on the SWAC, and take away from Jackson State, and let them know, hey, listen, y'all ain't going to three-peat out in this thing. Well, guess what? I don't know about you, but when I saw this pop up on the screen, I said, man, what in the world is going on here? Did this really just happen? And then I did a little research. I said, yeah, it did go. I said, you know what? I got to be honest with myself here. The first thing came to mind was Coach Dooley is thinking outside the box with this latest move. And I'm wondering if Coach Dooley is listening to his inner self saying, you know what, self, had I made this change in the first quarter of that SWAC championship game against Jackson State, they wouldn't have jumped out on us 26-0. This thing could have been a lot closer. Matter of fact, we might have been able to pull that upset. But you got to understand, sometimes when we outthink ourselves, I'm not saying that's what Coach Dooley did. I'm not saying that at all. That's what he did in the championship game. But sometimes as coaches, we do have a tendency to outthink ourselves when we really don't need to. Just keep it simple. You get what I'm saying? And I'm wondering if that game is haunting him to the point where he's like, you know what? I'm about to make a few changes here to make sure that when everybody sees this offense this upcoming season, this is going to be a totally different offense. Because remember, as a coach, when you reevaluate both sides of the ball and you look at some of the things that you need, some things that need changes to, or some things that need some additional bodies, additional assets. Well, you got one in particular that's Gary coming to the Southern Jaguar football program. And this young man, I'm going to tell you right now, this young man, I call him a Swiss Army knife. He had the opportunity in 2021 to be the leading rusher of his football team during that season. This young man rushed the ball in 10 games in 2021. In 10 games, he rushed the ball 205 times for 955 yards, 10 touchdowns. He had 21 receptions for 224 yards. Who am I talking about? The former running back from Alabama A&M Bulldogs football team, none other than Mr. Gary Quarles, has decided to take his talents and go over to the Southern Jaguar football team. Now, I know y'all like, wait a minute, coach, what in the world is going on? That's the same thing I'm saying, because right now, all I keep hearing in my head is go mighty Jaguars. That's all I'm hearing in my head right now. I'm like, oh my God, what in the world is happening here? And I know J-Max over there like, boy, he's sitting there like, yeah, we got one. We own it, because you got to look at it like this. Adding Gary Quarles to that backfield, right? It's going to be something special because they got a Swiss Army knife back there. You keep hearing me say that. This young man, he can block as well as he can run the ball, as well as you can put him in the slot. He can run routes. He can do any and everything that you need for him to do. He's going to be a mismatch nightmare out there on the field. It doesn't matter if you decide you want to put a big daggone defensive back up against him. He's going to find a way to get himself open to make plays for the team. That's what this young man does. He make plays for his team. When all else fails, guess what? Gary Quarles is going to find a way to pick that thing up and make it happen. And that's what he's done over and over again. I'm looking at the Jaguars backfield. And one thing I'm looking at is you got Ligon, you got Sims, and you got Rhymes that's still in that Jaguars backfield. So that backfield is going to be loaded. Not only that, but those young backs can actually learn from Quarles a lot of the different things that he do. So having him come in there as the elder statesman, as I'm going to call him, on that, in that running back room, that's going to pay huge dividends for the Jaguars, not only this season, but later on down the line, because a lot of those guys are going to be able to see exactly this young man's work ethic. And they're going to go ahead and incorporate some of the things that he does into what they do every day and keep that thing moving forward. But adding Quarles to that backfield is going to be special. And why I say this because, like I stated, he's a Swiss Army knife. And looking at his career while he was with the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, this young man rushed the ball 390 times for 1,619 yards, 17 touchdowns. He caught 41 passes for 392 yards and had 1 touchdown. Now, I don't know about you, but I do understand this. This young man is going to be special, and I definitely can't wait to see what he and those Southern Jaguars are going to do this upcoming season. Coach Dooley, I know daggone well you about to change up that offense. The offense ain't going to look the same like it did last year because I'm thinking you got a pro-style pocket quarterback back there that's ready to sling that thing all over the field. So I'm hoping and praying everybody is ready to go ahead and get after it because things are going to be fun to watch this upcoming season, and we're getting close. We're getting real close, and Coach can't wait. But, guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out of here. Hey, everybody make sure y'all be safe out there in the streets this weekend. Y'all know it's the holiday weekend. I wish everybody the best. But, guys, until next time, be the one and lead.